morning, ladies and gentlemen. Goeiemôre, dames en here. Molweni, manene, namanene kazi. Welcome to the 20th ceremony of Mandela Uni's autumn graduation season. Over these 12 days, we've been celebrating the success of 7,070 graduates and 51 doctorates. This is only our second mask-to-mask, in-person graduation ceremony that we've had since the start of the global pandemic just over 2 years ago. This is certainly a reason to celebrate. However, as you will appreciate, we need to celebrate within the COVID-19 compliance protocols, which is why we are socially distanced, wearing our masks, and why we've limited the numbers to each ceremony and spread them out over 23. Apart from adhering to the COVID-19 protocols that you've just heard, please could we request the following: that the audience please rise when the academic procession enters the hall and remain standing until after the moment of silence. And then again, at the end of the ceremony, for the singing of the national anthem and until the academic procession have left the hall. That you please ensure that your cell phones are on silent. However, you're welcome to let people know that the ceremony is being live streamed on the university's YouTube channel, and you are also welcome and encouraged to tweet using the hashtag #MandelaGrad. Please do not leave the hall during the proceedings out of respect for all our graduates and their families who've worked so hard to be here. And that you please wear your mask throughout the ceremony. Your safety is our priority, so please comply to this and the other COVID-19 prevention measures. Please note that in the event of a power failure or of load shedding, we do have a standby generator. This will come on automatically. There will be dark for a short while, just remain seated, and the generator will kick in. We trust that you enjoy the ceremony, and a hearty word of congratulations to all our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, we request that you join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. Please be seated.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as Vice-Chancellor of the Nelson Mandela University, I hereby constitute this congregation for purpose of awarding qualifications. Good morning. I want to greet Deputy Vice Chancellors this morning. I want to greet the Executive Deans of Faculty, particularly to recognize the presiding Executive Dean of the Faculty of Science this morning, Professor Azwindini Muronga. I would like to greet all the esteemed professors who are attending this morning, our esteemed academics, our management, and our support staff, the Alumni Association of our university, the President of the SRC, our graduandi sitting here in front of us, parents, guardians, loved ones, and friends of our graduating students. Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you this Saturday morning. It is indeed my great honor and privilege to welcome you all to this joyous and memorable occasion, the 2022 Autumn Graduation Ceremonies at Nelson Mandela University. We also welcome all of you who might be participating via live streaming wherever this day finds you. Today is truly a significant day. I hope that all of you who are graduating will remember it for the rest of your lives. On behalf of our Chancellor, Dr. Geraldine Fraser-Muleketi, our Chair of Governing Council, Ambassador Nozipho January Badil, and our entire University Council, our entire Senate, and the entire university community, we are deeply proud of you. You have triumphed. You have proven your ability to succeed despite a myriad of difficulties, including the coronavirus pandemic, disruption of in-class learning, and the socio-economic challenges we are facing in our country and indeed across the globe. I am acutely aware that for many of you, your journey through university has been complex and at times extremely difficult. And yet, here you are today, strong, unbowed, and undaunted. I trust that your success with your studies at Nelson Mandela University will stand as a beacon for a brighter future. Despite all these difficulties and challenges, during this our autumn graduation season, more than 7,000 graduates in total will receive their qualifications. Of these, 5,922, which is 84%, are undergraduate diplomas and bachelor's degrees, while 1,167 are postgraduate diplomas and degrees. We salute the 209 masters and 53 doctoral graduates of 2022. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. Thinking back 2 years ago to March and April of 2020, we had no idea how deeply the coronavirus pandemic would affect and change every aspect of our lives, how many lives would be lost, and how long the virus would endure. Nor did we realize how adaptable and resilient we can all be in response to obstacles that come before us. I think back now to how quickly students and staff adapted to online learning and research, to learn from home, often far away and in your residence rooms, wherever the pandemic found you. And you rose to the challenge, and you are graduating today. For this, we do salute you. Universities serve as powerful engines for building the kind of socially just, democratic societies we all desire. That is why at Nelson Mandela University, we pursue the philosophy of a humanizing pedagogy. Our community-based ethos across all disciplines aims to cultivate civic-minded graduates who can compete globally, but who also have a deep passion to change the lives of vulnerable, underserved communities in our country and our region. This is central, colleagues, in our approach to deploying our scholarly academic missions of learning and teaching, of research and engagement. Through university education, wide vistas of your mind open up to endless possibilities of what you can choose to do and to choose to be in the world. Education and its potential for social and intellectual immersion expands and mediates our worldview and our capacity for mutual coexistence. It is important in a world so acutely in need of peace, in need of reciprocity and collaboration, and of socio-economic equality and global solidarity. In our quest as Mandela University to live up to our motto of changing the world, we continue to reflect deeply on how higher education institutions such as our own can be a force for good. We hope we have succeeded in this, and that through your diverse encounters here and experiences at Mandela University, you are now better prepared for life and the future world of work as conscious, compassionate, responsible, ethical professionals and leaders. I would now like Dean Muronga to address myself specifically to our graduates who are graduating in the Faculty of Science today. One of the many lessons we can draw from the COVID-19 pandemic is the centrality of science in our society in addressing important questions of the day. It is no secret that our country is going through a particularly difficult moment with the failure of public leadership and governance at so many levels, and extremely high levels of poverty, of inequality and unemployment, unacceptable levels of gender-based violence that we see, and rising levels of xenophobia, not to mention huge challenges that we are facing that relate to climate change and unprecedented pressures on our planet, whose impact is much more severe on the most vulnerable, as we have seen what has been happening in KZN recently, among other places. Now more than ever, we need leaders that are equipped with hard scientific skills to address these pressing challenges. But at the same time, we need leaders with a social conscience. We need scientific leaders and scholars who understand the interconnectedness of humanity so that we work collaboratively to respond to global challenges that face us all. Evidence all around us points to a need for humankind to change direction. This requires all sectors of society to consider an equalizing global social compact, to join hands and to do more to preserve a viable planet for future generations. Needless to say, this work cannot be realized and its impact cannot be sustained if the work that you do as scientists is not factored into the equation. In that regard, I have again been hugely encouraged by the areas of inquiry that our research students, our graduandi today, have chosen to pursue to contribute to the body of knowledge that responds to common
Phano Mukosi. Zoliswa Mzathu. Alulucho Ndaku. Sinalo Ndai. Alungile Ngeke. Tandokazi Nogwavu. Asapiwe Ntusi. Malakiwe Nyembenya. Tapelo Poko. Ompurusa Rarulimi. Kerinli Stembul. Alungile Yengana. Madam Vice Chancellor, the diploma is awarded cum laude to the following candidates. Sanele Yalezo cum laude. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the Diploma in Game Range Management, Stefan Esterhazen. Henrik Heibers. Nellis Fori. Sinazo Tomose. Sipamandla Kegwana. Ingrid Krief. Johan Kruger. Yamkela Mtandiki. Jessica Nicholas. Christian van Aert. Madam Vice Chancellor, the diploma is awarded cum laude to the following candidates. Christopher Palos, cum laude. Marna Visahi, cum laude. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the Advanced Diploma in Agricultural Management. Namtla Kunu. Ntlakadipo Dladla. Nakwanaba Febane. Zamasa Tingna. Wongeka Gebuza. Zimingawe Plazo. Sinesipo Jack. Vuyo Koi. Kovisa Kumbuleli. Miso Lunica. Yongamela Magadla. Kola Magau. Sinazo Malongwe. Mancha Monti. Zandile Mtolo. Sinakolo Nekis. Sinazo Ngwana. Okuhle Nkonyeni. Unati Paul. Stephanie Prentice. Thandolwethu Gqeberha. Luzuko Kuvana. Innocentia Shiva. Kezi Sifuba. Hlalanathi Silinga. Gqebiseni Kaba. Amnikiwe Kakeka. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidate for the Advanced Diploma in Game Grant Management, Johannes Rochenbach. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Jethro Adams. Saudika Benjamin. Apile Bokomfu. Stefania Charamanda. Nathaniel David. Sanele Daimani. Kyra Elliott. Amil Hesendra. Kai Eving. Amina Kasim. Tashari Kela. Mihle Ketelo. Voitumelo Langa. Leta Loni. Athandiwe Lotoi. Sinejongo Lusakasaka. Mila Manzai. Kayleen Matthews. Duncan McFarlane. Cameron McLaren. Zaina Dakani. Mtavisi Mzongwa. Onela Mhopo. Yonela Mlindaze. Mandisa Mondlane. Alande Ndlela. Luke Nell. Ongama Nchiva. Shulami Mtseu. Michael Parker Nance. Abhishek Pasha. Asive Kwane. Silibasiso Sibanda. Athi Ayabulela Sovetwa. Esinam Tamaklou. Noma Basototi. Lona Zatu. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the degree Bachelor of Technology, Agricultural Management. Zinhle Kalaba. Swongile Mbopa. Mevakazi Simun. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Botany. Nande Notyalwa. Asitandile Msondo. Madam Vice Chancellor, the degree is conferred cum laude on the following candidates. Lynn Marie Trotsky, cum laude. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Environmental Geography. Mbali Kume. Mongikazi Pilishe. Chenik Jonas. Harriet Magano. Sikanyi Sele Magata. Javulo Magoswa. Asanda Mbutuma. Chuma Konjwa. Simamkele Msutu. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Information Systems. Lillian Molashin. Sanelise Nokuse. Tandeka Skosana. Renai Tedu. Casey Christophers. Sisipo Lakia. Tristan O'Connell. Lesedi Sipuka. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Zoology. Philip Grundling. Samkele Gqeberha. Madam Vice Chancellor, the degrees conferred cum laude on the following candidates. Ryan Forbes, cum laude. Sean Hoekstra, cum laude. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the Diploma in Agricultural Management, Sizwe Ganga. Anele Mchisa. Madam Vice Chancellor, this concludes the awarding of diplomas and advanced diplomas and conferring of bachelor's and bachelor's honours degrees in the Faculty of Science, School of Environmental Sciences. Madam Vice Chancellor, I now request you to confer the master's degrees on the candidates who have completed their respective qualifications. During the past academic year, whereafter I shall present to you candidates receiving their degrees in Pansensia.
I confer the master's degrees as requested.
Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the degree Master of Science. Daniel Bartner. Abigail Forbes. Natasha Gariremu. Marielle Nel cum laude. Okusle Poto. Sekofatso Ramuhlale. Karabo Ramotsongwa. Tandeka Tembe. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidate for the degree Bachelor of Agricultural Management, Samantha Matoti. Madam Vice Chancellor, this concludes conferring of master's degrees in the Faculty of Science, School of Environmental Sciences. Madam Vice Chancellor, I now have the privilege Madam Vice Chancellor, I now have the privilege to present to you candidates for the doctoral degrees in the Faculty of Science, School of Environmental Sciences. I request Dr. Sean Dazel and candidate Mfundo Bizani to come forward, please. Madam Vice Chancellor, I request Dr. Sean Dazel, the supervisor of the candidate, to present him to the congregation.
Madam Vice Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I present to the congregation Mfundo Bizani, a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Oceanography, with his thesis entitled Zooplankton Dynamics of Gqeberha Bay, South Africa, under varying oceanographic conditions. Ocean plankton is ecologically significant owing to their role in nutrient cycling, energy transfer and pelagic food chains, and their mechanistic links with oceanic and climate processes. Responses to environmental change is rapid, with consequences for the entire food chain. This study investigated coastal zooplankton dynamics in relation to oceanographic processes and episodic events. The research highlighted the influence of small and large-scale ocean and climate phenomena as factors driving seasonal and interannual trends of zooplankton biomass. The study further demonstrated the impact of harmful algal bloom on zooplankton at community level, with evidence to suggest a regime shift has occurred within the pelagic ecosystem of Gqeberha Bay.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Oceanography on Mfundo Bizani.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Oceanography on Mfundo Bizani.
I request Prof. Nadine Stridom and candidate Eugene Bornman to come forward, please. Madam Vice Chancellor, I request Prof. Nadine Stridom, the supervisor of the candidate, to present him to the congregation.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I present to the congregation Eugene Bornman, a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Zoology, with a thesis entitled Impacts of Algal Blooms in a Temperate Estuarine Nursery Area, South Africa. This research presents novel work on the deleterious effects of harmful algal blooms on the fishes in a South African estuary by adopting an ecosystem approach to interpretation. This was coupled with acoustic telemetry tracking of an important species to show active avoidance of water of poor quality. It is also the first study worldwide to link tumorous growths to the gill tissue of fishes exposed to harmful algal blooms in an estuary. The findings highlighted the importance of nutrient management from catchment activities to limit harmful algal blooms and protect estuarine fish nursery habitats. This work has earned the candidate skills and expertise in 5 sub-disciplines related to animal science, an extraordinary accomplishment.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Zoology on Eugene Born.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Zoology on Eugene Bornman. Congratulations, Doctor.
I request Prof. Eileen Campbell and the candidate Marion Holmes to come forward, please. Madam Vice Chancellor, I request Prof. Eileen Campbell, the supervisor of the candidate, to present her to the congregation.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, On behalf of Professor Jonathan Taylor and the late Professor Martin de Wit, I present to the congregation Marianne Holmes, a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Botany, with her thesis entitled, "Can diatoms be used as a biomonitoring tool for surface and groundwater towards a baseline for Karoo water?" The biodiversity of aquatic organisms in the Karoo is understudied. Diatoms are single-celled algae found in most aquatic environments. Diatoms were sampled from reservoirs storing underground water, as well as from above-ground water sources. These species were correlated with measured water chemistry variables, and indicator species of water types were identified. This study identified the water chemistry drivers that shape the diatom community of these habitats. This allowed for the establishment of a species baseline for Karoo waters that allows diatoms to be used as ecological indicators to inform further water quality studies and future management decisions.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Botany on Marianne Holmes.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Botany on Marianne Holmes. Congratulations, Marianne.
I request Prof. Janine Adams and candidate Tandi Ntabiseng Machaka to come forward, please. Voice of the candidate to present.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I present to the congregation Tandi Ntabiseng Mshaka, a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Botany, with her thesis entitled Smart Catchment Management and Application in the Swartkops River and Estuary. This study made an original contribution to the knowledge field by addressing smart catchment management and application in the Swartkops catchment. Decision support tools were developed for stakeholders to report pollution incidents and query water use license applications. Innovative methods for water quality improvement were identified. This is the first study in the country to design and test a sustainable drainage systems treatment train for the reduction of pollution inputs to an estuary. These findings have been integrated in the Department of Water and Sanitation management practices and assist with the implementation of the Swartkops Estuary Management Plan. Important recommendations were made for improved water quality monitoring and governance.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Botany on Tandi Ntabiseng Machaka.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Botany on Thandi Ntabiseng Machaga. Congratulations, Doctor.
I request Dr. Linda Harris and candidate Miriam Johanna Peschke to come forward, please. Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request Dr. Linda Harris, the co-supervisor of the candidate, to present her to the congregation.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I present to the congregation Miriam Johanna Peschke, a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Oceanography, with a thesis entitled Interpretation, Application, and Integration of Ecological Infrastructure in Systematic Conservation Planning in the Coastal Zone. This study investigated ecological infrastructure as a framework for mapping ecosystem services for integration into systematic conservation planning. The emerging ecological infrastructure concept was distilled into a coherent definition, and 17 recommendations were made to support its application in systematic conservation planning. A flexible and spatially accurate method to map and comprehensively evaluate ecological infrastructure performance was also developed. The implications of including ecological infrastructure with and without equitable access, alongside biodiversity features in systematic conservation planning processes, were quantified in the South African coastal zone. These methods provide a new approach for long-term integrated planning for people and nature.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Oceanography on Miriam Johanna Peschke.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Oceanography on Miriam Johanna Peschke. Congratulations.
I request Dr. Victoria Goodall and candidate Mink Tolsma to come forward, please. Madam Vice Chancellor, I request Dr. Victoria Goodall from the Department of Statistics to present her to the congregation on behalf of the supervisor.
Madam Vice Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I present to the congregation Minka Tolsma, a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Oceanography, with her thesis entitled A Case Study Assessment of the Ecological and Social Status of the South African Boat-Based Whale Watching Industry. Boat-based whale watching is a rapidly growing industry globally and in South Africa. This study measured the social and ecological status of the South African boat-based whale watching industry, using a case study to inform long-term sustainability. Results show that tourists are mostly satisfied with industry performance, but are often poorly informed. Cetacean responses to vessels varied by species and intensity, suggesting a potential risk to ecological sustainability if not managed properly. Using an ecological sustainability and precautionary approach. Recommendations to achieve this include species-specific regulations, halted industry growth, spatial temporal closures, permit revisions, and improved training, advertising, and compliance.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Oceanography on Minka Tolsma.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Oceanography on Minka Tolsma. Congratulations, Doctor.
I request Prof. Lawrence Hunter and candidate Krishnaveli Pandarum to come forward, please. Madam Vice Chancellor, I request Prof. Lawrence Hunter, the supervisor of the candidate, to present her to the congregation.
Madam Vice Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I present to the congregation Krishnaveli Pandarum, a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Textile Science with a thesis entitled An Evaluation of Body Volume Index for Female Body Morphotyping and Clothing Sizing. This study explored a novel approach to human body morphotype recognition by considering the body volume index of the total torso length and that block segment along the length of a woman's torso. The primary investigation focused on establishing a protocol that incorporated the shape of the body into apparel systems. The body volume index approach demonstrated the potential to differentiate varying adiposity levels between and within the same body shape category and torso frame sizes. The proposed guidelines provide an alternative approach to how women's body shapes are classified and our target markets are currently determined in the clothing sector.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Textile Science on Krishnaveli Pandaram.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Textile Science on Krishnaveli Pandaram. Congratulations, Doctor.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Zoology, on Jonathan Aubrey Botha in absentia.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Zoology on Jonathan Aubrey Botha in absentia.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the awarding of qualifications in the Faculty of Science, School of Environmental Sciences.
Thank you, Professor Moronga and graduates. And I would just like us to give our newly qualified graduates and diplomates this morning with a round of applause. Thank you very much. As we draw this graduation to its close, on behalf of the congregation, I wish to thank our graduates, parents, and other guests for their interest in the university and for their presence at this graduation ceremony. I also wish to thank our academic and administrative staff, as well as the performers for their respective contributions. At Nelson Mandela University, we strive to change the world. 2020 and 2021 brought this, our rallying call, into sharp relief as the world changed rapidly around us. As graduates, we have risen to all that 2021 brought to the fore. You have demonstrated that with commitment, will, and determination, success is possible. Once again, I congratulate you on your achievement. You have made us all proud. I wish all our graduates well as you journey forth to wherever the next phase of your life path takes you. I trust that you will retain an identity that clearly defines you as a graduate of Nelson Mandela University. By virtue of the powers vested in me as Vice-Chancellor of the university, I now declare this congregation dissolved. I request the congregation to stand for the singing of the national anthem and to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall.
Izo imitanda zo Good morning. Can I have your attention, please? I just want to